Instagram, good morning on Facebook. My name is Kellie. We're coming to you live from Victory Field in Framingham for another class in our Mystic at Home series, although now you're able to come and be with us, which is wonderful. I really can't say enough about how amazing this space is. It's so beautiful and peaceful and quiet. So if you are able to, and if you feel safe enough, we would love to have you come and flow with us. Monday through Friday, we are here at 8 a.m. On Saturday and Sunday, it's at 9 a.m. We're also here at 4 o'clock on Saturdays and 6 p.m. on Wednesdays. So there's really so many opportunities for you to come and flow with us. We're so excited to be able to offer you so many different classes. And finally, another exciting announcement is next Monday, a week from today at 6 p.m., we'll be having a special Rockin' Vinyasa class here on Victory Field. So those classes are set to really wonderful playlists and are really focused on movement and breath. They're so fun, and we would love to have you join us. Finally, as always, we are still accepting donations through our Mystic Fitness Venmo. If you have the means and the desire to do so, we will send you a mask for a donation of any size. One of our instructors makes them. They're beautiful and really well made. This is what they look like. They fit your face super well. You can throw them in the washing machine. They are wonderful. So we appreciate your support and everybody doing their part to stay safe. So let's go ahead and get started. You can find a comfortable position on your mat. This will be a power-ish flow this morning, so make sure that you, good morning, Ryan, make sure that you have water with you so that you can stay hydrated. We love when you guys comment and drop us hearts when you join us, whether you're joining us live or later on. We just love to hear from you. Let us know how you're doing. We hope that you had a wonderful weekend. Let's go ahead and get started. So if you're not already in that comfortable position on your mat, go ahead and find a reclining or seated posture, maybe even standing if that calls to you, that you can just kind of settle into. Give yourself a few moments to arriving within the physical space that you are practicing in, arriving onto your mat, arriving into your body, taking note of what it feels like today. Do you have lots of extra energy? Are you feeling a little tired? Are your muscles already feeling warm, or are they a little sore from something you did this weekend? Just giving yourself space to be just as you are, while acknowledging where you're at today, how you will be coming into this practice, what you're carrying with you. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, see if you can release everything that came before your practice today, arriving fully present in your body, both physical and mental. Giving yourself space to move through this flow, however it goes, whatever you look like today. Taking another breath in and a slow breath out. Maybe taking some time to set an intention for your practice today. Something to carry with you through each breath, through each movement of your body. Something to return to when it's feeling challenging. Another breath in and out. If you are reclined, you can take a moment to slowly transition up into a seated position. Remembering that when you arrive in that seated posture, your legs can come into any position you'd like. They can cross, your knees can bend, your legs can stick out in front of you. You can place a block underneath you if that calls to you. Placing the palms over the heart space, we'll open this practice with the sacred sound of Om, a cleansing breath first. Inhale, exhale, and now we breathe in for Om. Beautiful. Let's have a magical Monday morning practice, everybody. Thank you so much for joining with us. If you're craving some music to flow to this morning, you can search Yoga Livestream Vibes in Spotify. I have a public playlist that's 60 minutes long, perfect to tune and sync up with your practice today. Let's go ahead and just get some neck rolls going here. Gently circling the head around in a circular kind of motion. Although if that doesn't feel great, you can just kind of rock back and forth, forwards, and then rolling your head back. If you're doing full circles, make sure you change the direction, just kind of loosening up your neck here, allowing your jaw to hang heavy as well. Making sure you're not squinting your eyes, just kind of relaxing all the way through your face and your neck. And then moving those rolls into your shoulders. Maybe focusing a little extra time on the backwards motion of your shoulder rolls to really open up through the heart. But making sure that you also change the direction. Remembering that these can happen with the shoulders together or one at a time. Feeling free to change it up. Whatever is calling to you, just kind of waking up the shoulders. And then bringing your elbows to about parallel with your shoulders in this goalpost position. Rolling out the wrists, circling those as well. And super important that before we put any pressure onto our wrists, making sure to change the direction, that you give them a nice warm up, particularly if you're practicing outside. The ground is really, really hard. Flipping your palms up to the sky, pressing your palms upwards, and then flipping them down towards the earth. And then taking that a few times to the left and right. Taking a breath in, and then forwards and back as you exhale. Just getting a lot of motion through the wrists here. They're super delicate. And then spreading your fingers really wide, like someone is pulling on each individual finger, spreading it apart from the rest. And then squeeze your hands into tight, tight, tight fists. Squeezing, squeezing, squeezing. And breathe in, spreading your fingers wide. Breathe out, squeezing them tight. Again, inhale, open. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, open. Exhale, squeezing them tight, 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 tight. And now making those fists as fast as you can, one after another, as you take a nice slow inhale. And a nice slow exhale, feeling that fire in your forearms. And then shaking out the hands for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Letting the hands come down and just giving yourself a little extra roll through the shoulders as you breathe in and breathe out. Beautiful. Let's come up slowly into a standing position. However you end up there, just go ahead, lift your body up, take a moment, plant the feet, hips width distance apart, taking time to root the soles of your feet down into the ground, feeling that tension rising up through your legs, that engagement. So you squeeze your quads and your glutes, pulling your navel in and up. Take a deep breath in, lifting the arms up to the sky. Palms come together as you exhale, slow forward fold with a bend through the knees and a neutral spine, releasing fingertips to the earth. Keep those feet rooted into the ground as you rise up on your inhale. Stretching arms to the sky. Exhale, palms come together, you fold. Keep that neutral spine, keep those bended knees. As you inhale, lift one more time, stretching the arms up to the sky, and exhale, fold. Releasing yourself down. On your inhale, you rise up to standing, stretching the arms to the sky. And as you exhale, you sink into your chair pose, dropping your hips down as you bend your knees. We'll take some cat and cow motions here. So in your chair pose, weight is in your heels. You'll open the arms, pressing the heart forward, tailbone sticking out. And then as you exhale, you curl the spine, tucking that tailbone under, bringing fingertips together in front of you. Inhale, opening up. Exhale, rounding and tucking. Keeping those nice bent knees. Inhale, open. Exhale, curl. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Feel that stretch through the shoulder blades. Last one. Inhale, open. And exhale, rounding. Fingertips touch, tailbone tucks under, and then returning to a more neutral spine, your traditional chair pose, sinking the hips down, lifting the heart up. Breath in, breath out, release into your forward fold. Feet are still hips width distance apart. We'll come into a ragdoll here, so if you'd like to walk your feet out a little bit wider, you're welcome to. Each hand grabs the opposite elbow as you let your head hang heavy, and maybe sway gently from left to right as you breathe in and breathe out. Another inhale and exhale. Releasing your hands, rooting the feet down into the earth, walking them back to hips width distance apart if needed. On an in-breath, you slowly rise up to standing, reaching the arms up to the sky. We'll take some standing half moons here. So right hand grabs onto the left wrist. Inhale, lifting through the spine and the rib cage. As you exhale, you lift your body up and over towards the right, creating a long stretch through the left side of your torso. You're aiming to keep your hips and your shoulders in one plane with each other. Pressing elbows gently back. Breath in, breath out. Inhale, lifting up to center. Left hand grabs onto the right wrist as you release your breath. Take a nice long inhale as you stretch the crown of your head up. As you exhale, lift your torso up and over to the left. Now feeling that stretch in the right side of your core. Feet are rooted into the earth. Glutes are squeezed tightly. Breath in. Breath out. Another inhale. And exhale. Inhale, returning back to center. We'll take this one more time to each side. So right hand on the left wrist. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to stretch. Making sure that you're keeping hips and shoulders in one plane. Imagining maybe that you're standing between 2 panes of glass in a window. So you've got those surfaces pressing against your front and your back, keeping you in alignment. One more inhale here. Feel that length. Exhale, feel that stretch. Inhale up to center. Swap out the hands as you exhale. Inhale for length, and then one last time, exhale to stretch. Feeling that amazing lengthening sensation through the right side of your core, opening up through the rib cage. Breath in, breath out. Feet are rooted into the earth. Your glutes are working super duper hard right now to keep your body stable, to protect your lower back. Another inhale. Exhale, feel that final stretch. And then inhale up to center. Spread your arms out kind of wide in like a W type of formation. Engage the glutes and just gently press the hips forward. Gently press the heart forward and up, getting this amazing opening through your front body. Spreading your arms wide. Take an inhale and an exhale. Breath in, rising up nice and tall, stretching arms to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Releasing fingertips down towards the earth. Taking a breath in for a halfway lift, bringing palms to the shins or to your thighs as you press the crown of your head forward, stretching through the spine. On an exhale, releasing back into your fold, fingertips coming to rest on your mat. Left foot takes a giant step back, runner's lunge. Left foot steps back to meet it in a high plank, holding your plank with your shoulders stacked over your wrists, pressing palms into the ground as you spread your shoulder blades apart. Breath in, breath out. Both knees drop to your mat. Bend at the elbows, lowering yourself all the way down. Palms are alongside the chest, engage the glutes, and on an inhale, open the heart for a low cobra, being mindful of your lower back here. On your exhale, pressing back to a child's pose. Just spreading the knees wide, pressing the hips back towards your heels, stretching the arms forward. Maybe taking that right arm and threading it through the space between left palm and left knee. Taking a breath in and out. And swapping out those hands if you've threaded the needle. So left arm threads between right palm and right knee. Staying there for a breath in and a breath out. Returning back to your child pose and then lifting up into a tabletop position on your hands and knees. Right foot steps up in between the hands for a nice low lunge, and take some time here to rock your hips back towards the left heel to get a stretch through the hamstring, and then press those hips forward, getting a stretch through the hip flexor. And at your own pace, moving with your breath or not, just kind of rock the hips forward and back, getting an opening through the leg and through the hips. Taking a breath in and a breath out. Then returning to that neutral position. Right knee stacked over the right ankle. Right palm comes to the right thigh as we prepare for a twist. Left fingertips are resting on your mat. Take a breath in, lengthen through the spine. As you exhale, twist to the right. Gaze can lift up to the sky. Maybe you lift that right arm up to the sky if that calls to you, or maybe you drop the forearm behind the lower back. Just staying in this twist for a breath or two. Inhale, exhale. One more breath in. And as you exhale, gently release from this twist. Right foot steps back and swapping out for the left foot. Coming into that low lunge, rocking the hips back towards the right heel, feeling that amazing stretch down the back of the left leg, and pressing the hips forward, feeling that stretch in the hip flexor. And then taking your time to move forwards and back at your own speed, lingering however long you would like in each portion of this sequence. One more breath in and a breath out. When you're ready, returning to that neutral position, left knee stacked over the left ankle. Right fingertips are resting on your mat, left palm to left thigh. Inhale, stretching nice and long through the spine. Exhale, twisting to the left this time. And you can go ahead and lift that left arm up, wiggling your fingers if you'd like, maybe dropping that left arm behind you, getting a little more opening through the shoulder, aiming to keep your hips still pulling towards the midline of your body. So keeping your hips in that same low lunge alignment. Couple more breaths here. Inhale and exhale. One more breath in. And as you exhale, returning back to that central position. Left foot steps back, toes tuck under, hips lift up and back, coming into a downward facing dog and walking your dog out here. So you're bending one knee at a time as you alternate pressing the left heel and then the right heel into your mat. Breath in and out. On an inhale, the right foot floats up to the sky, keeping your hips nice and square, stretching that leg long, pressing through the heel. So flex your foot and press away through that right heel. Now bend the knee and gently lift right hip up and over the left, getting a beautiful stretch through the hip while keeping your shoulders nice and stable. Breath in, breath out. One more inhale. And as you exhale, float the right foot back down towards the earth. Next breath in guides the left foot up, stretching through that heel, pressing away, keeping your shoulders nice and square towards that top edge of your mat. When you're ready, bending that left knee, lifting left hip up and over the right, isolating the stretch into your hip, not in your shoulders. Breath in, breath out. One more inhale. And as you exhale, left foot floats down to meet the right. One more breath here, in and out. Feet walk forward to meet the hands, arriving about hips width distance apart. Inhale for your halfway lift. Palms come to the thighs or to the shins as you press the crown of your head forward. Gaze is towards your mat. Another breath in here. And as you exhale, release. Rooting the feet down. Next breath in guides you slowly up to standing. Stretching the arms up to the sky, and then palms come together and come to rest at heart center. Taking a moment to ground down here. Rooting the feet into the earth, engaging your glutes. Breath in. Breath out. Shifting your weight into your right foot. Your left knee pulls up and in towards the chest. Just holding it there, keeping your palms at heart center. We're going to flow a little bit here. We'll come into some lunges, some curtsy lunges. So that left foot will step back, but instead of going directly back behind you, you take that left foot over to the right and bend both knees like you're curtsying. And then you press through that right heel, press through that right glute as you lift and pull that left knee back up towards the chest. Trying that again. So left foot steps back. You land on the ball of the foot, dropping it over to the right, bending the knees, and then lifting back up. Let's try this 5 more times. Ready? 5. Really pressing through that right glute, pressing through that right heel. 4. A real test in balance this morning, early in the practice. 3. 2 more. Bending both knees nice and low, pressing off through that right heel. I think we've got 1 more. Here's that last one. And now lifting that left knee up towards the chest and opening it out all the way to the left. Right fingertips can open out to the side. We kind of look like this. Taking a breath in and a breath out. And now bringing that left knee back to center and crossing the left ankle over the right thigh, coming into a half lotus. More balance here early in the practice. That right knee bends deeply, so you create a little bit of a shelf for that left ankle. That right glute is working super hard. It's getting so strong. Palms can come to heart center. We take 1 more breath here. Inhale and exhale. Beautiful. Left knee pulls back up to the chest. Kick that left foot back behind you and land it on the ball of the foot, straight back behind you, or feet about hips width distance apart for your crescent lunge. Arms lifting up to the sky. Maybe you drop bent elbows into that goalpost position, making sure that right knee is stacked over the right ankle. Opening through the heart, gently squeezing the shoulder blades together. Breath in, breath out. Inhale, exhale. 5 more lunges here. So So we inhale and extend, lifting through the arms, lifting through the legs, getting nice and long. We exhale, bend it all. So both knees bend, both elbows bend as they hug down towards the ribs. Inhale, lift, pressing through that right heel again. Exhale, lunge. Beautiful. 3 more. Ready? 3, 2, feel that right glute working, and 1. Beautiful. Lifting up and lengthening, and then opening to your warrior 2. Stretching the fingertips nice and long, taking time to really intentionally set up your warrior 2 from the ground up, focusing on the placement of your feet, right toes pointing to the top edge of your mat, left toes pointing to the left edge, right knee stacked over the right ankle, soles of the feet pressing into the earth. Breath in, breath out. Inhale, tilt your torso back, reverse your warrior, feeling that nice long stretch through the right side of your torso. Staying here for another breath in. And on your exhale, cartwheel the hands all the way down to frame that right front foot. Right foot steps back, high plank, holding your plank, breath in, breath out. Transitioning to a side plank on the right. So right palm will end up planted directly below the right shoulder. So you can roll onto the outer edge of the right foot, inner edge of the left foot, right wrist below right shoulder, left fingertips stretch up to the sky, side plank. 2 breaths here. Inhale, exhale, breath in, breath out. You guys are so awesome. Slowly transitioning back to your high plank, dropping your knees to your mat, bending your elbows to lower yourself all the way down, palms alongside the chest. Inhale, low cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breath in, breath out. 1 more inhale and exhale. Beautiful. Feet walk forward to meet the hands, arriving hips width distance apart. Inhale for a halfway lift. Palms come to shins or to the thighs as you press the crown of your head forward. Another inhale here. And exhale, release. Feet root into the earth. On your breath in, you rise to standing, reaching the arms up to the sky. Palms come together and drop to heart center. Taking that moment to ground down here. Feeling that engagement through the whole lower body. Pulling your navel in and up. Breath in. Breath out. Shifting weight into the left foot. The right knee rises up, hugging towards the chest. Taking a moment here, just pulling it in. And then we'll take those curtsy lunges on this side as well. So that right foot starts to get sent back as you hinge on the hips. Steps over to the left, landing on the ball of the foot as you bend both knees. Press through the left heel and left glute as you lift. And right knee pulls in. It steps back to the left and lunge. Pressing through that left glute, feeling the engagement there. 5 more. Ready? 5, 4. Beautiful. Keep breathing. 3. Your glutes are getting so strong. 2. And last one. Lunge. Kick off. Pull that right knee in towards the chest. And then opening it up and out to the side. Couple breaths here, in and out. Inhale and exhale. When you're ready, you pull that right knee back to center, bend that left leg, and cross the right ankle over the left thigh, giving yourself a nice little shelf by dropping your hips nice and low as you bend the left knee. Palms can come to heart center. Breath in, breath out. Inhale and exhale. Beautiful. I think from here we just pulled that right knee back up towards the chest and sent it back for a crescent lunge. Thank you guys. So nice to have people here to help. So as you arrive in that crescent lunge, remembering that your feet can be hips width distance apart. There's no need to stand on a balance beam here. Right foot is on the ball of the foot. Left knee is stacked over that left ankle. Maybe dropping arms into that goalpost position so you can lightly draw the elbows back. Gently squeezing shoulder blades together, you get this gorgeous opening through the heart. Breath in, breath out. 5 more lunges. Inhale, extend through the arms and legs. Exhale, pulling it down. Elbows to ribs, bending the knees. And we take 4 more. Keep breathing. 3, press through that left glute. And 2, bending both knees. And last one. Beautiful. Inhale, extend. Exhale, you open to your warrior 2 on the left side. Beautiful. So now left toes are pointing to the top edge of your mat and right toes point to the right edge. Left knee stacked over the left ankle. Your torso locked nice in the center. The other Kellie Mays always says, like, no sassy hips. So you don't want your hips pulling out to the side. You want them stacked directly underneath your torso. Really concentrating on that alignment, being super intentional in every muscle in your body as you arrive into the posture. Breath in and out. In and out. One more breath here. Inhale, stretching those fingers long and wide. Exhale. Next breath in, tilt your torso back as you reverse your warrior, stretching that left arm up and over, feeling that stretch through the left side of your core. Breath in here and out. One more inhale. And as you exhale, cartwheel those hands down to frame that left foot. Left foot steps back, high plank. Taking a moment in your plank. Wrists should be stacked underneath the shoulders. And by doing that, you can roll onto the outer edge of that left foot and keep your left palm planted exactly where it is as you come into that side plank on the left. Regardless, you always want to check and peek down at that palm, making sure that you have aligned your wrist and your shoulder. Breath in, breath out. One more inhale. And exhale, finding that high plank, dropping both knees to your mat, bending at the elbows, lowering yourself all the way down. Palms alongside the chest. We inhale, opening the heart for our low cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Walking it out here, maybe finding a child's pose, maybe grabbing a quick sip of water. Beautiful. And when you're ready, we'll meet in a downward facing dog. A breath in and a breath out. Let your feet slowly walk forward to meet the hands. Inhale for halfway lift. Palms come to shins or to the thighs as you press the crown of your head forward. And exhale, fold. Rooting your feet into the earth. Let your next breath in guide you up to standing. Stretching the arms up to the sky. And then as you exhale, find your chair pose. Letting your hips sink down. Slight tuck to your tailbone so you have a nice, long, neutral spine. Your knees are bent, hips are nice and low, and you're hugging your thighs towards each other, though, with your feet hips width distance apart. There's likely a big old space between your legs. Imagine you're closing that space without actually moving your feet any closer together. Breath in, breath out. Let's inhale and lift up, extending the arms and legs, and exhale, chair. Inhale, lift. Exhale, chair. 2 more. In and out. Last one. And exhale, chair. Now we're going to keep going here, but as we inhale and lift, we come all the way up onto our tippy toes, engaging the calves, and then exhale, chair. 5 of these, ready? That was just a warm-up. So 5, 4, taking your time to be nice and steady, really engaging those muscles. 3, 2 more, lifting up and then down. Last one. You guys are awesome. Lifting all the way up and then coming all the way down. Beautiful. Holding that chair for a breath in and out. Shifting weight into the right foot. Bringing the left knee up and in towards the chest. Finding that standing wind relieving pose this time. So interlacing your hands a couple inches below the left knee and just pulling it in towards the chest. That right foot is rooted firmly into the ground. That right glute is squeezed super tightly. Breath in and breath out. Bringing your palms back to heart center. We'll take 5 more of those curtsy lunges. So sending that left foot back and to the right. We lunge, bending both knees for 5, 4, keep breathing, 3, pressing through that right heel and that right glute, 2, beautiful, last one, and opening that left knee out to the side, beautiful, taking a breath in, and a breath out, and now we cross that left ankle over the right thigh, letting the hips drop as that right knee bends, creating that shelf for yourself, and also getting that workout and strengthening into that right glute. Breath in here, palms to heart center. Breath out. All right, we inhale, pull left knee back in towards the chest. Exhale, send it back, crescent lunge. Opening up the arms, actually just lifting them up to the sky, and then opening to your warrior 2. Setting up your warrior 2, starting with your feet, and then moving your way up as you take note of your knee, your hips, your chest, the arms as they extend out to the front and back of your mat. Breath in, breath out. Inhale, exhale. We inhale and tilt the torso back, reversing our warrior, feeling that nice long stretch through the torso for a breath in and out. One more inhale, and then exhale, coming back to your warrior 2. We'll transition from here into our balancing half moon. So you're going to shift the weight into that right foot by kicking off with the left. Your hips will remain open to that left edge of your mat. As you kick off and shift your weight into that right leg, you lift left leg up so it's about parallel with your torso. Left fingertips stretch up to the sky. Right fingertips can rest on a block. You can use your water bottle. You can also use that right thigh. Just taking your right palm and pressing it against the leg can help you find that balance. Stretching left fingertips up to the sky. One more breath here. In and out. And now we lower that left foot back down to the earth. Cartwheel the hands down to frame that front foot. Right foot steps back. High plank. Holding your plank. We'll fit in some more abs here. So the right toes tap out to the right and back to center. And then left toes tap to the left and back to center. A toe tap. That's 1. So 2, 3. We'll do 10. 4 right, left. 5 right, left. 6. Isolating the movement. 7. Into your legs. 8. Keeping your core stable. 9. You're almost there. Last one. Drop your knees to your mat, bend your elbows, drop yourself all the way down. Inhale for that low cobra, opening the chest. Exhale, downward facing dog. Taking a moment in your down dog to just walk it out. Take a breath in and a breath out. And feet walk forward to meet the hands. Feet or hips width distance apart. Let's just take a rag doll for a moment here. So wrap each hand over the opposite elbow. Whew. Sweat is dripping into my eyes. It's the best feeling during a yoga practice. So just giving yourself another breath in that rag doll. An inhale and an exhale. And then rooting the feet down into your mat, you slowly rise up to standing, reaching the arms to the sky, palms come together, and just drop them to heart center. Give yourself a moment to just ground down. Root the feet, make sure you have them planted where you would like them. Breath in and out. Inhale, lifting the arms up to the sky, palms come together. We exhale, chair pose. Taking your time to just settle into that chair. Feeling the hugging sensation through the thighs. Breath in, breath out. Okay, we inhale, lifting all the way up onto our toes, and exhale, dropping into chair. We'll take 9 more. Ready? 9. Move with your breath here. Inhale up, exhale 8, 7, 6. Taking your time as you lift to find balance on your toes. 5, you're halfway there. Feel your glutes lifting you back up. 4 and 3, your calves are getting so strong here, especially on this uneven ground. 2, and last one, beautiful. Finding your chair, holding it for a breath in and a breath out. And now we shift the weight into the left leg. Inhale, pulling right knee up to the chest. Find that wind relieving pose. Hugging right thigh in towards the body. Squeezing the heck out of that left glute. Left foot is rooted into the ground. You're so stable, like a tree growing roots. Breath in, breath out. We release that right knee, preparing for those curtsy lunges. So sending that right foot back, and to the left we lunge, and lifting off through that left glute. 4 more, and 3, 2, keep breathing, and the last one, lunging, lifting, opening that right knee out to the side, feeling the engagement still in that left glute. We breathe in and breathe out. Inhale and exhale, drawing that right knee back in towards the chest. Oh, we cross that right ankle over for that half lotus, letting the hips sink down, creating that chair pose, finding that stability, feeling that great stretch through the right hip, the engagement in the left glute. So much happening in this pose. Palms can come to heart center for a breath in and out. Now we inhale, pulling that right knee up, and then we send it back for that crescent lunge. Inhale, lifting the arms, and exhale, warrior 2. Beautiful. Settling yourself into your warrior 2. Again, coming into this with intentionality and purpose, focusing on the soles of your feet, your knees, your hips. Heart is lifted and proud. Crown of the head pulling up to the sky. Breath in and out. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Tilting the torso back as you get that amazing stretch through the left side of your core. Left arm reaching up and over. And on an exhale, you'll return to your warrior 2. Preparing to shift your weight into the left foot. for your balancing half moon on the other side. So kicking off with that right foot, hips stay open to the right edge of your mat. Right leg lifts up, coming to about parallel with your core. Right arm stretches up to the sky, fingertips reaching like someone is pulling on them. Your left fingertips can come onto a block. Feel how open your heart is, how open your hips are. Breath in, breath out. Inhale. And exhale, a slow and gentle release back to your warrior two. Whew. And cartwheel the hands down to frame that left foot. Left foot steps back, high plank, holding your plank, making sure shoulders are stacked over the wrists. A leg lift here, so right heel and toes lift up and come down, and then left foot lifts up and comes down. That's 1. So we take 9, right, left, 8, right, left, and 7, isolating, 6. The movement into your legs again, 5. You're halfway there. Your core, 4, is super stable. 3, you're squeezing your belly button. 2, in towards your spine. Last one. And then knees drop to your mat, bend at the elbows, lower your torso all the way down, palms alongside the chest. Inhale, open the heart for your Cobra. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Walking it out, maybe dropping hips to your heels for your child's pose, maybe grabbing a sip of water. I'm just going to do a quick time check.
Good luck with that.
Oh, okay. I'm glad I checked the time.
Quarter of.
We have about 15 more minutes. Perfect time. Let's meet in a downward facing dog. We're going to do a little more ab work, and then we'll settle down onto our mats for a couple longer stretches. Oh, thanks, Amy. All right, dropping your knees to your mat, coming into a tabletop position. Stacking your shoulders over your wrists, hips over your knees. Right foot scoots back, and then right foot lifts up, right leg lifts up, and then maybe the left arm lifts up, reaching out in front of you. Right palm is pressing firmly into the earth. Inhale and stretch foot and hand away from each other. Exhale, curling, pull the elbow and knee in towards one another. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, curl. 8 more. Ready? 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, you're almost there. And last one, pull elbow and knee together, and then find your tabletop position. Maybe circling the hips around a couple times. Just getting a little motion through the body. And you don't have to change directions. We'll do the other direction after the other side. So now let's return to our tabletop. Taking time to make sure you're aligning your joints. Left toes scoot back, and then left foot, left leg, lift up. Right arm, stretching forward at shoulder height. Inhale, stretching fingers and toes away. Exhale, pulling elbow and knee together. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, curl. We take 8 more. Ready? 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, oh, these are not easy. 2, you're almost there. And last one, curling in and then releasing. And now taking those hip circles in the other direction. Breath in And breath out. One more inhale. And exhale. All right, now tucking your legs underneath you, just kind of roll backwards over your feet to come into a seated position. And then allow yourself to just slowly recline down on your mat, keeping your legs bent and your feet, soles of the feet pressing into the floor. We'll take a few flowy bridge poses here. So feet are rooted down, knees are bent, palms come alongside the hips. On a breath in, you slowly lift your hips up off the earth, squeezing through your hamstrings. On your exhale, you just lower them back down. Inhale, lifting the hips up. Exhale, dropping them down. Keep moving at your own pace here. Couple more times. Just lifting and lowering, really pressing through your hamstrings. And then when you're ready, we'll move this into a reclining twist. So you lift your hips up, move them to the right and drop them down. And then allow your knees to fall over to the left. Make sure your shoulder blades are pressing evenly into the earth. You can extend your arms out to the side, or really any position for your arms is welcome. You can lift them overhead, just keep them down alongside your hips, whatever feels right to you. Just a couple more breaths here, in and out. You'll slowly bring your hips and your knees back to center. Take a few more flowy bridge poses here, pressing up and then back down. Just a couple times, just getting a little motion back through your spine. And then when you're ready, you inhale and lift. Move your hips to the left, drop them down, and knees fall over to the right. Give your shoulder blades another wiggle. Make sure they're still pressing evenly into your mat. Consider if you'd like a different position for your arms here. Just allowing yourself to kind of surrender into the twist, just releasing as you breathe in and breathe out. Couple more breaths. And when you're ready, you'll slowly bring your hips and your knees back to center. Draw the right knee in towards your chest, interlacing your hands underneath the knee but on top of the shin bone as you pull that right knee in. For a wind relieving pose, maybe you send that left leg stretched along down your mat, making sure to keep those left toes pointing up to the sky so that the foot is flexed. And you press away through the left heel as you pull the right knee in for a couple breaths. Inhale and exhale. Breath in and out. One more inhale. And as you exhale, stretch that leg nice and long down your mat, and then pull both knees in. Just give yourself a little squeeze. Drop both feet to your mat with those bent knees. And now left knee pulled in towards the chest, interlacing the hands, and maybe the right leg stretches long down your mat, pressing away through the heel, toes pointing up to the sky. Just settling into this side of your wind relieving pose for a few breaths. Two more breaths here, in and out. Inhale. And exhale. Releasing that left leg. Maybe reaching the arms overhead, giving yourself a nice long stretch. Pulling both knees in towards your chest, giving yourself a little squeeze. Maybe finding a happy baby here, bringing your hands to the insides of your feet or wrapping a couple fingers around the big toes. Whatever feels good for you here, just kind of rocking from side to side. Breath in and out. Inhale. And exhale. Releasing your legs down. Knees are bent. Soles of the feet come to rest on your mat. Taking any final postures that are calling to you before we come into our final resting pose, our Shavasana. Maybe you'd like an inversion. Maybe you'd like a little more abs. Just giving yourself a couple moments to give yourself whatever your body is calling for. And then when you're ready, you let your body just recline on your mat. Maybe your legs stretch long, maybe the arms stretch out long. There are no right or wrong answers here, so take your time to let your body settle into whatever position it's calling for, wherever your arms and legs, hands and feet want to go. Let them. Letting your only ask of your body be stillness. We ask so much of our bodies all day long, but in a yoga practice, we ask a lot of our physical selves as we move through each pose, as we take deep breaths in and long exhales out, strengthening our physical selves so that we can align our physical self with our other selves, our mental self, our emotional self, spiritual, bringing them all together as one. Breath in, breath out. Letting yourself just kind of melt away against your mat and the surface below you. Giving yourself as much space as you need to just surrender and release. Another breath in and a slow breath out. If you find your mind wandering, thinking, considering what's next, that's okay. Give space for that as well, but see if you can return to the present. Return to your breath. Return to that alignment of self. Breath in, breath out. to side, taking your time to slowly lift yourself from reclining to seated. No rush. Moving when you're ready, moving at your own pace. Finding a comfortable seated position. When you do arrive, eyes can remain closed. Palms can come to rest over the heart space. And we'll close our practice by setting an intention that we can carry off of our mats, outside of this practice space, outside of this practice. Something to carry forth through your day. An inhale and an exhale. And also just giving yourself a little moment of gratitude and appreciation for letting your physical self move through these poses this morning or afternoon, evening, night, whenever you're finding this practice. And we'll end closing our practice completely with the sacred sound of Om, a cleansing breath first. Inhale and exhale. And now we breathe in for Om. Thank you so much for being with us today and any day that you're joining us. It's such an honor to guide you through a sequence. The spirit in me honors the spirit in you. I bow to each and every one of you now. I hope that you will join us at Mystic on Victory Field again tomorrow at 8 a.m. We so love having you guys with us. Have a beautiful day.